Hi there, my name's Beth, and today I'm going to be doing my December TBR. So this is the final month of the year, and it's so crazy how fast it's flown by. But, so I currently, on my 50 book reading challenge for Goodreads, I currently have read 48 books this year. I didn't read anything in November, so I have 2 books left to read, and I can totally do that because there are 3.5 weeks left of the year, and I do have a good chunk of time off work this month with Christmas and everything. So I'm going to show you 1 book that I will definitely be reading, and then 4 books that I might read. I don't know. This could totally change. The 1 book that I will show you first, I'm going to read because I'm about 70 pages through it already, and I started it before November, but the other 4 books are just like, I don't know if I want to read them or not. They're things that have been sitting on my shelf for a while, not like way too long, but a while, and they've all sound really good, so I will get into that right now. So the first book that I am definitely going to be reading is Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. That is really difficult to see in this. Yeah, so Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. I'm about 70 pages through it already, and I'm absolutely loving it, what I've read so far. There's 3 other books after this, so after I finish this, I might just jump onto the second book. But, for now, I'm going to start with this one. This is a dystopian book where at the age of 16, you turn from an ugly to a pretty, and you have to leave and you go into New Pretty Town. And this book follows the main character, Tally, I want to say. Yeah, Tally, and Tally is just a few months away from turning into a pretty. However, this new girl that she meets doesn't want to be a pretty, so I can tell there's going to be a whole lot of like drama and stuff about that, but it sounds really good so far what I've read, and I'm so excited to keep going. So now the 4 books that I don't know whether I'll read or not, but these are like the top of my TBR list right now. Currently, that could all change because I have books coming on their way. I have some new books that have already showed up that I haven't hauled yet. I'm going to have a book haul, a pretty huge book haul coming up in the next couple of weeks, or closer to like Christmas time, the end of the month. But yes, so the first book, this book is really just so I can finish the entire series by the end of the year, and that is 4. It is a Divergent collection. It is 4 short stories taking place like around the character Tobias 4, and these are just like a grouping of the 4 novellas that take place from Tobias's point of view. So I absolutely loved the Divergent world, and I know a lot of people say they didn't like the 3rd book because of the ending, but I really liked the entire trilogy, and I'd like to see what this book has to offer. So I might read that one next, but however I don't want it to be like way too much dystopian this month. So the next book, I've been meaning to read this for so long, and I've read 2 other books by this author and absolutely loved them, and that is Vicious by V.E. Schwab, also known as Victoria Schwab. I've read The Archived and The Unbound both this year, and I absolutely loved them, and this is like her adult fiction book. So it sounds super good. I've heard nothing but good things about this book, so I'm hoping to get to this one this month, potentially. The next book I potentially want to read is These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. This book has been in my TBR list, like my monthly TBR, for about 4 months now, and I just haven't gotten around to reading it because I see something else and I'm like, ooh, that sounds good, yeah. So the sequel, The Shattered World, or the like companion, The Shattered World, has come out, or it will be coming out in January, I believe. So I want to try to get around to reading this before the sequel comes out, because then if I like it, I can pick up the sequel companion and just marathon it. And finally, the book that I'm hoping to read. I've really been wanting to read something fantasy lately. I have a bunch of fantasy books, and you will notice a bunch of fantasy books in my December, winter, whatever book haul that I'm going to post in a few weeks. But this book I got in my fall book haul, and it's been in like 2 of my monthly TBRs now, and that is The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. This is a fantasy book that revolves around a princess who is supposed to marry a prince, but decides that she doesn't want to, and basically runs away, and then an assassin is sent after her. However, she has neither met the assassin nor the prince, so love romance shenanigans will all ensue, and this is book 1 of a new series. So yeah, I'm hoping that it'll be super fantastic. And yeah, I can just read it and then move on to another fantasy book, because I really want to get into more fantasy. But yeah, that is all I have for today. That is my potential TBR. It'll probably change up, and yeah. But to complete my 50 book challenge, I just have to read 2 books. So that'll be pretty simple. So down below, let me know what you guys are planning on reading this month in December, and also how close to finishing your reading challenge you are for this year. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye!